What if your coaching pipeline could go from empty to active in just a few weeks without building a funnel, posting daily content, or waiting on SEO? I got you. My emergency backup instant marketing plan comes to the rescue. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, there's a lot to love about this strategy. Hey, Coach, I'm Ronnie Noize, and this is Smart Idea for New Coaches. Today, I'll walk you through my simple personal outreach strategy that can bring in tons of referrals and new clients fast. And before you cringe, thinking, oh no, she's going to make me call people, stay with me. I'm going to show you how to adapt this strategy to your communication style, be it outgoing and extroverted or introverted like me. And I'll explain exactly how this might just be the competitive advantage you didn't know you needed. It's my karma calls strategy, and the core principle is super simple. Make 5 personal outreach connections per business day. Now, I originally developed this as a phone call strategy, and we'll talk about why phone calls are so powerful in just a minute. But I'm also going to give you the 2026 playbook with voice memos, video messages, and other options that respect how people actually communicate these days. So breathe easy. We're not talking about sales calls. We're not talking about cold calls. These are relationship outreach. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do them in a way that feels authentic, generates genuine goodwill, and fills up your pipeline. Okay, so what exactly is the Karma Call outreach strategy? It's a very short personal connection. We're talking 15 to 20 seconds max, designed to create, improve, or maintain a relationship. You're reaching out to spread good karma, to connect, to serve, to share, or to simply brighten someone's day. Your agenda is to give, to send positive energy outward, to remind people that you exist and that you care about them. And bonus, it sets an incredibly positive tone for your entire workday. Now, I know you've got questions, and I'm going to answer all of them right now. First question, who do you contact? Well, anyone in your professional universe. So probably not your mom, but we're talking about current and former clients, prospects you've talked to, referral and alliance partners, people in your networking groups, colleagues from professional organizations, anyone who attended a talk you gave, or people on your mailing list, former colleagues or employers even. Basically, people you know, people you want to know, and people that you want to know you. Second question, what do you say? What do you talk about when you do these outreaches? This is where it gets fun. You could be reaching out to invite someone to meet for lunch or coffee, invite someone to get together for a referral partner meeting, or just to say hi and touch base. Maybe you're thanking someone for a referral or offering a referral to them, maybe congratulating them on a win or sharing a link to something they might find interesting. Maybe you're asking for advice on something or passing along a compliment from somebody else. Maybe you're reminding them about an upcoming event or asking them about an upcoming event. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Notice though, what you're not talking about is sales. You're not pitching, you're not selling, you're just being a thoughtful human being who happens to be a coach. Third question. So, what does this outreach script I speak of actually sound like? Okay, let me give you some real examples of messages that worked for me, a super introvert. Starting with my favorite script, and this one works for actual voicemail, WhatsApp voice notes, or even Voxer. You ready? Hi, Sarah. This is your coach, Ronnie Noize. No need to call me back. We haven't chatted lately, so I wanted to say hi and see how you are. Sorry I missed you. Hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye. That's it. Simple, warm, genuine. And I'm telling you, this message gets returned more than any other. No need to call me back, but they do. And why? Well, the top 3 reasons, because they were thinking about working together again and they wanted to ask about one of my programs. Or number 2, they wanted to give me a referral. And number 3, they wanted to offer me a speaking gig. This works great with current and former clients. Also, people who've had a discovery call but weren't ready to commit yet, or people in my association network, the Coaches Association, and the Women Entrepreneurs Organization. Okay, and a few former mastermind partners. So, who do you know who fits in one of those categories? Start making your list now. Here's another example I actually use more than once. Okay, I use this a lot. Ready? Hey, Jennifer, it's Ronnie Noize. I saw you speak at the Coaches Association last week and didn't get a chance to tell you how much I appreciated your presentation. No need to call me back. I just wanted to say thanks and great job. Sorry I missed you. Hope you're having a great day. Bye bye. Again, this one often gets a call back, and it's been the start of many great referral relationships and a few speaking gigs. Now, here's one more example. You ready? Hey, Marcus, it's Ronnie Noize. I just read this article about AI websites, so naturally I thought of you and wondered about your take. I'm going to email the link to you, but I wanted to give you a heads up that it's a safe link and it really is from me. Okay, talk soon. Bye bye. Again, this format works for an unconverted prospect, a potential referral partner, a former client, someone you know from a networking group, whatever. And when you acknowledge someone else's expertise like this, they're going to feel more confident in your expertise, whatever area that is. So good for your reputation, good for your relationships, and good for your business. Notice what I'm not doing in these messages. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not pitching my services. I'm not being salesy or weird. I'm just being present. I'm being generous. I'm putting myself out there because I care about them and their success. And here's what happens. People remember that you exist. They think, oh, yeah, I should refer someone to her. Or actually, I've been meaning to talk to a coach. Or they mention you to someone else who needs exactly what you offer. But you're not being manipulative. You're being cool, thoughtful, kind, and trustworthy. How's that for a relationship strategy? Fourth question. How long should the message be? Easy answer. Keep it short. All three of the scripts I just shared clock in at under 15 seconds, and that's the perfect length. Don't leave 3-minute rambling messages. Don't leave 30-second rambling messages. Quick, warm, and genuine is the goal. Fifth question. But what if I have more to say? Okay, it's totally fine to follow up with a text or an email that restates or expands on your message. But if you've got more to say than the scripts I shared, you're looking at a conversation, not a message. Let them know you want to chat by text or voicemail. Then, when you have permission to have a conversation, do it. Call them. Sixth question. Can I just text? Okay, I need to address the elephant in the room. Some of you are thinking, Ronnie, I'd literally rather eat glass than make unsolicited phone calls. I get it. Phone call resistance is a thing, and I have it. But here's the truth. You have options, and we'll get to those in a sec. But let me tell you why I'm going to gently encourage you to use your voice whenever possible, because there's actual science behind this. Researchers at the University of Texas did a fascinating study where they had people reconnect with old friends either by phone or by email. And here's what they found. People predicted that phone calls would be awkward and uncomfortable. But when they actually made the call, they felt significantly closer to the person and were happier with the conversation. And it was no more awkward than email, even for people who said they preferred email. So basically, your brain is lying to you about how awkward calls will be. We're terrible at predicting this. The researchers also found that voice communication conveys what they call linguistic cues. Basically, your voice signals that there's a real, thinking, feeling human on the other end, and that creates intimacy that text just can't match. So here's another wild finding. In job interviews, when people heard a candidate's voice versus just reading their exact same words, they rated the candidate as more intelligent, more thoughtful, and more competent. Same words, different medium, voice and text, completely different impression. So when you use your voice, whether it's a phone call or a voice memo or even a short video message, you're not just being nice, you're actually being perceived as more credible, more trustworthy, more human. Now, having said all that, if phone anxiety is so high that you won't do anything, we can adapt. Here's what works now. Voice memos via text or WhatsApp. You get all those voice benefits the research talks about without the ambush feeling. Video messages, Instagram DMs, text video, Loom, even better because they can see your face too. By the way, did you know that you can make a video on your desktop with your snipping tool? You've already got it. It's free. Now, for people 45 plus, actual phone calls still work great, and they usually genuinely appreciate them. For younger age groups, voice or video messages probably feel more natural and less intrusive. Seventh question. How do I choose which? Good question. Shows you're listening. Match the medium to the relationship and their generation. A boomer CEO, phone call is probably perfect. A millennial entrepreneur, voice memo or video DM might feel more natural. But here's what I really want you to consider. Because apparently everybody under 40 is terrified of phone calls, the people who are willing to make them have a massive competitive advantage. Think about it. When was the last time someone called you just to say something nice? It's so rare that when it happens, you probably remember it. So while other coaches are hiding behind Instagram stories or whoever likes, you could be having actual human conversation. And based on that research, you're going to be perceived as more competent and credible when people hear your voice. That discomfort you're feeling, that's actually your competitive advantage flexing because 90% of coaches are not going to do this. So here's my challenge to you. Do your daily 5. You choose the mix. Maybe start with 2 phone calls to people you know will be glad to hear from you. A former client who loved you, your best referral partner, your mentor. Build the muscle with the easy ones first. Then do 2 to 3 voice or video messages to people where that feels more natural or appropriate. Or if you're an introvert and the phone is a deal breaker, do voice or video messages for all of them. Because if you won't do them, they can't help. And remember what the research showed? You think it's going to be awkward. Your brain is going to tell you to just send a text. But the science says you are wrong about that. So see what happens. I'm betting after 10 to 15 of these, you'll realize that nobody bites your head off. Several people will be genuinely happy to hear from you. And the anxiety, it starts to fade. Just remember that the medium matters less than the personal touch and the fact that they can hear and or see you. But I will say this, coaches who can comfortably use their voice to connect in 2026, whether it's calls, voice memos, or video, are going to win more business. It's just facts. A couple other things I know you might be thinking, but what if they think I'm trying to sell them something? That's why your intention matters. It's not woo-woo with common sense. If you're genuinely calling to connect and give value, not to extract something, that comes through in your voice and your message. But what if you haven't talked to some of these people in years? Perfect. That's exactly who you should be contacting. Hey, I know it's been forever, but I was thinking about you and wanted to reconnect. People appreciate that. And here's the cool part. When you combine these daily outreach connections with networking, like actually showing up to leads groups or chamber events or association meetings in your profession and target market, you create this incredible momentum. You're top of mind, you're building real relationships, and opportunities start flowing to you. You become a success magnet. This isn't theory. I've used this strategy myself when I needed to jumpstart my business. My clients have used it to go from zero in their pipeline to book solid in just weeks. So let's recap your emergency backup instant marketing plan, my Karma Calls strategy. Make 5 Karma outreach connections per business day. Contact people in your professional network. Keep it warm, short, and generous. Choose your medium. Phone calls, voice memos, video messages, because yes, voicemail and voice note count. I used to call after hours to be sure I got voicemail instead of a real person, and it still worked. Remember, don't pitch, just connect. Use your actual voice and show your smiling face whenever possible. It takes 5 to 15 minutes per day. It costs $0, and it can completely transform your business in a matter of weeks. Look, if you're in the famine phase right now, I want you to know you can turn this around quickly. You don't need a perfect website or a million followers or a complicated funnel. You just need to reconnect with real humans who already know, like, trust you. Start tomorrow. Make your first 5 connections. They start today. Then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Your future booked out self will thank you. Hey, coach, if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more practical strategies for coaches, and share this with another coach who needs to hear it right now. Drop a comment below and let me know what's your biggest resistance, personal outreach, and who's the first person you're going to contact. Now go spread some good karma. You've got this. Thanks for watching. I'm Ronnie Noize, reminding you that today is a great day to be a coach.